Where would we be without Jesus? Where would we be without the Lord? There was a song they used to sing, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, tell me, where would I be? Where would I be? Where would you be today if it hadn't have been for God on our side? How would you have gotten through the financial problems? How would you have got through the relationship problems? How would you have got through the health problems? How would you have gotten through the grief problems? And I want to thank everybody that's reached out to me over the last 3 days. It's been tough. I've been sad. I've been crying like a baby. I was crying so hard on Friday after I got the news. My mom called, and I was crying, and I said, Mom, I'm so selfish. She said, why are you selfish? I said, because I'm crying. Can't you see how selfish I am? My best friend from college, somebody I had a 28, almost 29-year relationship, went to be with the Lord. Jeff McCoy, he was an amazing human being. He loved God with all his heart. He led praise and worship for Oral Roberts at Oral Roberts University for many years there on the Richard Roberts Show. And then later he was also praise and worship leader here. He was praise and worship leader a lot of places over the years, but recently here at Church of All Nations here in Boca. I met him when I was a student at Emmanuel College, and we hit it off right off the bat. And we have spent thousands of hours talking about the Lord. And in 2018, when I was going through something, he was going through something, we really reconnected at that point. And from 2018 till now, we've just been inseparable as friends. He's the reason I moved to Florida, so I could be closer to him. We spoke every day. And he's the reason I made the video last Wednesday. I woke up and he had sent me the word prepare, prepare, prepare. I went to my devotion and I started reading and it said, get ready, prepare. But he had a wonderful, great impact on my life over these years. I'm gonna miss him. He was actually at my parents' house last weekend. He said, I need mom and dad. My mom and dad were like a mom and dad to him, so he went and stayed with them last Saturday night and Sunday, went to church with them last Sunday. And he's going to be missed. But it's in times like these that, you wonder how people get through it without God. I don't think I could get through this without God. I would say this is the closest friend, other than my grandmother, who was my best friend, my grandmother Ann, that I've had that has actually passed away. But God had other plans. He and I were talking about starting a church together. He had recently went and stayed in an Airbnb in South Carolina, and we were kind of thinking about locating a spot where I could pastor and he could lead the praise and worship. So it really all didn't make sense Friday when I got the news, but God knows why. And to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And I know he's with his mom and dad right now, and his brother, who actually passed away just a couple years ago. But he has 3 children here on earth. I have 3 children, and that was another thing we talked about a lot, our kids and the Lord. And so be praying for him and his family. His family really is his daughters and his son. His son is actually a youth pastor there at Church of All Nations. But no matter what you're going through in life, life never exempts us from problems. You're either in a storm, coming out of a storm, about to head into a new storm. And as tragic and hard as this is, I know that he's in a better place. And I know that one day, very soon, I'll be going to be with him, with the Lord. And so if you just stick close to the Lord and you lean on him and you lean on the people that are close to you, that are close to the Lord, you can get through anything. You can get through anything. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I wrote a book called Believe One More Day. This is why I make these videos. This is why I counsel people every day, to help them through things. And now I'm having to take my own medicine, and I am. I'm going to be an example of what I preach just by getting through this and saying, God, not my will, but your will be done. So be encouraged in the Lord. Hundreds of people reached out, and I haven't got a chance to reply to everybody, but it's been overwhelming, and I love it. I love the support that you've given me. I've given you support. Now you have really come to bat for me and given me support. I love you. God bless you. I'm going to church this morning, and a friend of mine who I've been witnessing to is going with me, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about them going to church with me, be praying that the Lord move in that area too. God always has a plan, even when we don't see it. If you need me today, put your prayer requests in the comments section. As always, my email address is believeonemoreday@gmail.com. I love you. Continue to pray for me. Continue to pray for my family and Jeff's family. God bless you. Amen.